Hello friends, this video clarifies about the project and development life cycle. You might have already heard this part that the project is divided into different phases: the initiating phase, the planning phase or the design phase, the execution phase, the monitoring phase, and the closure. There is a set framework that is followed in order to simplify the entire execution of the project. But there is also this life cycle approach variation which you need to be aware of. There is either a predictive life cycle or there is an adaptive life cycle, or there could be a hybrid life cycle. So the project or development life cycle can be a predictive one, adaptive, or it could be hybrid. Hybrid is a mix of both. You can make out from the name itself. The predictive life cycle is where you are already clear on the scope of the project, how much it costs to execute, and the time that is needed for the execution. It's all clear. When it is all clear, you can easily put things together and create these different phases that I'm talking about and complete each phase and go to the next phase and end the project. It becomes very simple. The project initiates and then the design phase completes and then the execution completes, and then we monitor all that for some time, and then the closure of the project happens. Everything is very straightforward and very clear. This is how we imagine the projects would be, but then in real life it's different. I'll come to that in a minute. So whatever we spoke till now is a predictive life cycle. Waterfall is another name for predictive life cycle. Now moving on to the next type, which is adaptive. Adaptive is where the scope is more or less clear to you. It is signed off at the start. It is at the high level, but then when you dig inside and start the work, that is when things get clearer. So you deliver functionality by functionality. You try to clarify what the scope of that functionality is and get in and do the design of it and then implement it and then hand over to test it and then hand over to support. So there is a little life cycle per functionality. That is called the incremental or iterative approach. The incremental approach also could have fixed iterations, we call sprint in agile way of working, where you try to increment the functionality. You try to do a little bit more, and then in the next iteration you do a little bit more, and then finally it becomes the entire product or service. So that it happens in iterations, because it is not clear to me what all work is involved in each unless I get inside and see it makes sense, right? This is how the real world projects work. So that is the iterative or incremental or adaptive life cycle. The next one is a hybrid, a mix of both. Now you have a big project and some of the parts are very clear. Follow the waterfall. Some of the parts are not too clear, then you follow the iterative approach. So it's a mix of both based on how clear things are to you. So 3 types of project or development life cycles. The first one is predictive. The second one is incremental, iterative, adaptive. The third one is a hybrid, which is a mix of both. Thank you.